Hola, friends. I'm back, and I will be doing the Ask Questions tag. Finally, after getting so many questions for luxury, so she'll be here, and she'll well be here for me to talk for her with these questions, and I got a lot, so thank you so much. I'm so excited. I learned so much about her, which is really cool. I've been learning so much about her, like about her past, about her present, future, a little bit more about it. It's just been really awesome, and you guys sending questions really helped me out. So let's start. So these first track of questions were from um, a friend and a YouTuber as well, a BGD YouTuber as well, from Dolphy Fever. She's really sweet and she has a crush like me. So here is her first question for luxury. Her first question is there something that luxury likes but is ashamed of? So I think what luxury would say is I don't have any type of shame anymore. Um, I do like dressing up in gothic Lolita fashion, but besides that, I don't care what anybody thinks of me. I'm a fucking pop star. Her second question is there a brother, and how well do they go together? So, this is her brother, Ferguson. They're kind of twins, as you can see. I haven't gotten the right stuff for them to be twins, and let's just say that when it comes to them being together, Ferguson has always been treated as um, the twin that was gonna accomplish more, especially since he's very good at a lot of sports. So he was just bound, like really good at sports. So he was just bound to do better. Um, while nobody really knew what Luxury was up to in the beginning, they used to be really close, and they kind of just drifted away from each other. And now in the present, she kind of doesn't really. She feels that as if um, he kind of betrayed her since he hangs out with Monroe and they hate each other, her and Monroe. And she kind of doesn't like Dev either, but that's for another reason that I'll probably might get to, and if I don't, I don't know, I'll probably talk about it another video. But yep, they're twins. If anybody else wanted to know, um, yep. The next question is, does her must be in charge attitude have any roots of something that happened to her as a child? No. She, um, well, kinda. It's kind of more of a big change from an event that happened. Hopefully, I'll be able to talk about it in this video because it's a question that kind of leans in on it. And it's actually the next question. Um, so she would say no, but she would kind of also say yes too, due to the fact that after her change, before her change, she was more of a follower. She was very into seeing what other people thought of her. She was very judgmental of herself. She was very, she was basically a follower. And after the big change that happened, she was just basically like, fuck you guys, I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm perfect the way I am, and I like to do whatever the fuck I like to do. So that would be her answer. And the last question from Dolphy Fever was, is she afraid to trust people? She's been able to recover, and she's been able to trust probably one person, and that one person is going to be shelved into my Halloween event head, and I've been coming up with this character. This character has a name already. It's Armani, so we'll just be addressing that character as Armani for now. Before that, there was the accident that occurred. So, to put it simply, Luxury was in a gang when she used to still live in New York. She was a part of like some stupid like gang, and she had a really good friend. Her friend's name was Delilah. Delilah was kind of like her girlfriend slash best friend, ish. But something happened, and Delilah died in front of her face. Delilah was shot. Not to mention that she was still very young when this happened, because in the present now, where I'm taking this timeline now, she's basically kind of 15. So like that stuff kind of happened when she was 13, when she was like in the gang and stuff like that, when she was still in New York. So after that, she kind of got her shit together and wanted to be, a star, because Delilah thought that she would make it. She'd be better than all the rest of the people in the gang, even Delilah herself. And since Delilah died, she kind of lost a lot of herself. So I would say right after the tragedy that happened with Delilah, she would not be able to trust anybody. But now she's been able to let one person into her life. And it's kind of like a mommy son thing, where she like just takes care of him. And that is Armani. Armani is a really cute character. But that's it from Dolly Fever's questions. I hope I answered them enough for you. So next up is from Spilt Almond Milk. I love Spilt Almond Milk. She's amazing. And here are her questions for Luxury. She says, Luxury, what do you do in your free time? And do you have any hobbies? So, Luxury is kind of a manga and anime geek. She really likes very cute type of mangas, even though her exterior is very rude and bitchy. She just really likes to read manga. She has an addiction towards yaoi. So yeah, that's basically her. She sometimes reads it with Armani. Armani's not really into like the stuff that she's into, because she's like into some hardcore shit sometimes. She's really into like pastel stuff, but she's really cute. That's what she'd probably do in her free time, just read some manga. And she doesn't have free time because, like Monroe, she's also a recording artist, so she would probably just be, in the studio recording. Probably not as much as Monroe, because Monroe is ridiculous. She likes to zoom through that shit, and she really doesn't do much unless she's hanging out with like her friends, which is mostly at school. And sometimes, like on the rare occasions, she'll go out. The next question is, if you could choose to go out with friends or have a quiet night in, which would you choose? This would kind of be a both, since she really only has kind of like one friend, which is Armani. If she wanted to go out for Armani, she would. Because probably more likely Armani would probably be like, hey, do you want to come out? I'm doing something, you want to come? And Luxury would probably, accept, because it's kind of like a mother thing. A mother, if you know what that means. But she would usually probably like to stay indoors. She's very much of a shut-in / a loner when she's not around Armani. kind of like the two by themselves. Armando doesn't really like to talk to people either. Well, not necessarily. He's very bubbly, but he'd rather be talking to lecture. And the next question is a really interesting one, and she said, if you can design any outfit for yourself, what would it look like? So I think she would more go for something when she's performing. She likes to do very extravagant things. Probably if it was something casual, she'd probably want to do something like really gothic Lolita. But if she's going for something very how do I put it more for performance-wise? She I would always thinking of her doing like some type of Maleficent slash Gaga inspired outfit kind of going on, which would be very interesting. I think that's kind of how I would go for her. But that is all the questions for Spill on Milk. Thank you so much, Bill. I hope I answered them nice enough for you. And the next one, and the last group of questions, is from the YouTube user No Chash. Thank you so much for giving Luxury some questions. Her first question is, do you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend? And now she's just like, ha 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 ha. No. And the next question would be, is she a lone wolf, or does she have a close knit friend? So I think she'd be like both. She likes to be by herself sometimes, and she really likes to hang out with Armani, who's probably her closest friend right now. So it could go both ways. And number 3, which is a really interesting question. I never thought of it like that. And so it was like a favorite style of hats. So she's very into fashion. So I think she would probably want. She really doesn't like to wear hats because she likes to have her hair out, and she likes how her hair is styled. With that like one cut and then still, she's a little bit of a diva. But if she was to wear something, she'd probably wear those really long beach hats in black, because her whole repertoire is based on white and black, basically. Ooh, cool boots. I get so many questions about these boots. It's ridiculous. I think they're Dolmar, if anybody wanted to know. I really don't know. I just got them off eBay and thought they were cool. And the next question is really another interesting question. Notosh came up with like a lot of like fun questions. I found them very interesting because they're just like so out of the ordinary. Like I wouldn't expect them. So the next question is favorite. I can't even speak. Favorite flavor of ice cream. So, favorite food and favorite flavor of ice cream. I'm sorry about that. So as for food, she really likes, like, her favorite thing is to go, to Japan when she's recording or doing, like, promotions. She would love to go and get some traditional ramen. She was very interested when she was looking at the mangas that she was reading. She looks like so grumpy. I'm so mad. I love her. Yeah, so she was just like, ooh, I wonder what this tastes like, with traditionals, because basically since living in New York, she kind of lived in the ghetto for a little bit. And she was just like, what's all this? Like, with the ramen, because she knew, like, the stuff from, like, stores, like, the ramen little package, she knew that shit was, like, fake. So when she got to taste, like, the real stuff, she was like, yo, this shit is good. And then she just kind of fell in love. So she, like, likes to have it regular made, and she, like, learned how to make it herself. Even though it's not really good for her, which is why she has a big ass butt. But yeah, that's probably her favorite food. And as for favorite flavor of ice cream, I would probably say she probably likes mint. I would feel her as a person that likes mint, or maybe something vanilla-ish. I don't know. Never really thought of like a question like that for her. So probably mint or vanilla, or maybe mint vanilla swirl. That sounds good though. I like chocolate mint swirl. I don't know. That's just me. And the last question for this question video, which is a really cool one and I loved it, was, does she have any music idols and inspirations? So, I'll start off with inspirations first before I go to music idols. I think when it comes to fashion, she really has like an inspiration for Alexander McQueen, who did pass away. She loved his style and how he dressed people. She also loves Versace. Um, she loved like all that type of stuff, and that's probably like her type of inspiration when it comes to that. And when it comes down to music idols, she was just like, ooh, let me tell you about everybody that I like. So she loves the Fugees, and she loves Lauryn Hill. She loves the Fugees because of Lauryn Hill. And I love Lauryn Hill too, so it was great. So her favorite song from um, the Fugees was "Killing Me Softly," which is my jam. I'll be like, strumming my brain. I'm such a weirdo, I swear. She also loved Tina Turner, and her favorite song from Tina Turner was "What's Love Got to Do with It." And she loves her some Onika. If you don't know what Onika is Nicki Minaj. Her favorite song from Queen Onika is Shanghai. She loves like real hard like rap, and that song is probably like from her new album that's like the most rap. It's like dun dun, like she goes hard. And of course she really gets inspiration, and she loves Lady Gaga. Her favorite songs from her have probably been Telephone, Monster, and Bad Romance. She really likes Gaga around that time. Now she's just like, she likes how she's artistic now, but she feels like the song, like the music quality has downed a little bit. That's kind of how I feel too. But that's it. Thank you so much, Notosh. Thank you so much, Spilt on Milk, and thank you so much, Dolphy Fever, for all these questions. I hope I was able to answer them enough for you. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you guys later.